So I just finished making this sunflower journal completely made from scratch. The pages are cut perfectly. The coil binding went on super fast, and honestly, it looks like something I could sell on my Etsy store. And that's my plan. So how did I do it? I did it with the help of a Cricut Joy Extra and 2 Vevor machines I've added to my craft room. Let me walk you through both, because if you're looking for something to add to your Etsy store, journals are very popular, and who doesn't love a nice journal? Meet the Vevor 17-inch Guillotine paper trimmer. This thing is huge. There is a smaller 12-inch version that may be better suited for a smaller craft space, but both versions will cut up to 400 sheets at one time. It comes with a user manual that doesn't exactly describe the setup process, but it wasn't hard to figure it out, and I'll show you exactly how to do that in just a minute. It also came with a cutting handle, a safety guard, as well as a blade replacement accessory, a paper scrap collection box, and a handle and a few tools. To get started, you're going to screw that handle into the front of the machine over on the right side, right over the bolts that are there. Then you're going to take that safety guard, you're going to use the attached screws and screw that onto the back. This is a little bit tricky because there's not much clearance back there to be able to get the screwdriver under there to screw that in, and the screws are not going to tighten up tightly. Then you're going to take that paper scrap tray and you're just going to press that right into the bottom, as well as taking that handle and pop it right on the little stub that's there. Now to operate it, you're going to turn that handle on the front to the left, and you're going to see as you do that the paper clamp is actually going to rise. Then if you go back and you turn the handle to the right, you'll see that the paper clamp lowers. Now this is super helpful in keeping a stack of 400 sheets of paper in place while you slice off the edge. Now the base of the machine has markings in inches, centimeters, as well as A3, A4, B5, B6, and B7. And there's also a ruler guide that you unscrew to move to where you want it and screw it down to mark your spot. This helps with alignment and keeping that stack of paper in place for even cut edges every page. For peace of mind, it features a built-in safety guard and a secure blade lock mechanism that prevents accidental movement. To prevent injuries, the handle remains securely locked in place by default. Then when you're ready to operate it, you simply push the handle back slightly while pressing the lever on the left, and once engaged, the blade will lower smoothly and safely. To put this to the test, I grabbed a stack of 100 index cards. I lined them up to my desired size, slid the ruler guide into place, and screwed it down securely. And once the cards were perfectly aligned, I used the handle to lower the paper clamp until it tightened securely on the stack. From there, I just pressed the safety button on the left and lowered the handle. Honestly, I did it one-handed with barely any effort. That blade was able to slice through 100 cards like butter, leaving incredibly smooth and even edges. I'm seriously impressed with that. Since it was able to handle 100 index cards so easily, I grabbed 3 sheets of cardboard, which I wanted to use for my journal's front and back cover. Now, I followed the exact same process as I did for the index cards, and you'll see it was effortless to make this cut. And since I was planning to make that sunflower journal, I wanted to slice some paper, so I grabbed 40 sheets, and you can see that it did it easily and one-handed still. Now, what I have here is the 17-inch model, and it's fairly heavy at 26 pounds. Because the base is made of solid metal, and luckily it comes with non-slip foot pads. This is not your craft store plastic trimmer. It is built for heavy, regular use. Would I recommend this? Absolutely. But if you don't have the space for the 17-inch version, grab the 12-inch one. It can also slice through 400 sheets. All right, so your pages are cut. Now it's time to bind them. Meet the Vevor coil spiral binding machine. This is essentially a professional grade bookmaker that sits on your desk, and it's electric. Why? Because it makes binding so easy. Since it's electric, of course, it has a power adapter. And it came with a pair of pliers that are special for cutting and crimping the coils. It also has a user manual and an oil absorbent paper that you would use when you want to start the machine. You have to press this a couple of times to get any oils out. And it comes with 103mm plastic binding coils. That's a lot. Now on the left of the machine, you can pull that lever out and set the margin. You can give yourself 3mm space between the edge of your paper and the holes, or 5mm or even 7mm space. The machine has markings for A5, letter, and A4 paper. It also has a table that shows you the coil size you need depending on the number of pages you have in your project. To use the machine, just insert some paper, then make sure all those levers are pushed in and lower the handle all the way down. If the levers on the machine are completely pushed in, you get 46 holes. If you want less or you want custom spacing, simply pull the levers out based on your needs. They slide easily, but make sure you pull them completely out or you won't get good results. Ask me how I know. So for the example book I'm going to bind, I already did a test and found that the last 3 levers on the right need to be pulled out. And you can see how I gave it an extra tug. You need to make sure that the levers are all the way out. Then I inserted, 10 or so sheets and pressed the lever down. And once I've done that, you can see that I have even spacing on both sides and it looks great. Now, I'm just going to repeat this process for all the pages I have in my book. And there you have it, even hole spacing all the way across the book on every page. I found that adding some binder clips helped keep my paper and my holes lined up neatly. I did have to order some larger binding coils for this project as well as my journal. Then, before you actually start using the machine, you're going to want to feed in a few of the holes manually with the coil. Then go ahead and turn the machine on and tap the coil along that spinning part until it feeds completely through. It works great, but it did get caught in the middle on the top sheet. I just pressed it down and it kept going great. Now you're ready to grab those pliers. You want to be holding them so that the red dot is on the left. And when you go to use them, place it flat with the red dot up and then place it on the coil you want to cut. With the coil about halfway in the pliers, just press them shut. They will cut and crimp in one smooth move. It did take me several times to get this right, but once I did, I got it working nicely. So what did I think? Honestly, the paper cutter was excellent and worked perfect every time. It's larger than I need, but great for someone cutting really big projects. Now the binding machine is going to take a little practice along with using the pliers to cut and crimp. But like most machines, once you do a few test runs, you'll get the hang of it. Now, who are these for? They are perfect for someone making planners, journals, or booklets to sell. This setup is a serious upgrade for any small business. If you're thinking about picking up either of these machines, please consider using my affiliate links in the description. This would help support the channel at no extra cost to you. I'm putting together a tutorial on how to make this sunflower journal using the Cricut Joy Extra along with the Vevor cutting machine and binding machine. So if you're interested in learning about that, click that subscribe button and notification bell. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.